Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera, starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or is it deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right. So I hope you have made your selections. We'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. We have the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles. We've got the 4 of Swords. We have the 5 of Wands. We've got the Princess of Swords. Overall energy, the World. 5 of Cups. And the Fool. Okay. So overall energies look as if you guys are kind of in the middle of like starting over and like having just having to start fresh. Maybe you had to walk away from some things in your life that weren't working. I feel like you're also like doing something in blind faith, like you don't really know what's going down this path or what's going to happen going down this path, but you're choosing it. And it seems like it could have been in the past too, like you made a decision in the past that you started to regret, or you started to see that maybe something wasn't worth the risk, because it does look like maybe this is some disappointment. This is either past energy or something that you're currently going through now. And it looks too like you are doing some sort of self-reflecting. I feel like you're realizing that something is going on within, or that only you have the power to change your situation. And I feel like in a sense you're getting ready to take your power back, but it's still like you're having to start over, but you're evolving. And this could also have something to do with your living situation. Maybe you can't, stay where you are. Could be the end of a relationship, the end of a job. And I said the world, but it's either way, I'm still seeing things that are talking about endings coming. This is actually judgment. So it's still about self-reflecting. And it does look like now you're going to end up having to respond, or it's like you're having to review the past so that you can make some sort of decision. So there is some sort of difficult decision that you're getting ready to walk away from. And, maybe something is a temporary break or a temporary loss. It does seem like here you're having some sort of grief and feeling torn or separated. I don't feel like all is lost, but you are going to have to cut your losses somewhere. I feel like if you are walking away from something, it's because you needed to take a break so that you could reflect. I feel like now is a time for you to reevaluate your situation. Check your bank account. I feel like there is enough in your bank account. It's just more so that you are having to really be cautious about how you're spending your money. I feel like you really need to stick with necessities. Maybe you don't have very much wiggle room for buying extra things, only enough to take care of your necessities. And it seems like you're trying to figure out a way to get back on track in your life. I do feel like things are going to stabilize, and I see you finding peace. At the same time, I feel like you are not putting all of your eggs in one basket. Let's say this is about, you walked away from somebody, there was a breakup, you went through some things, you were crying, and then the person came back and they were saying some things, and you started questioning, like, is this worth it? I know they're saying this and that and the other, but, man, they really put me through some stuff. And, but it gave you a peace of mind for them to, at least have that conversation. Now at least you can start to put things into perspective and make decisions. And it seems like if you did decide to stay with that person, you're like, well, I'm going to save up next time. I'm going to make sure that I'm in a position where I don't need them, where if I do need to pack up and go, they don't have any power over me. So I feel like something's going on where even if you decide to go back to that same situation, you're going in prepared next time. Yeah, especially if it was a situation where maybe you knew you couldn't survive financially without the other person. As a personal example, that did happen to me at one point. And, I was so dependent on that other person's income that after that breakup, and I was like, oh my God, I'm about to have to go back home. We did end up getting back together. But I was like, I'm getting 2 jobs. I'm doing whatever I need to do to stash my money, and I'm not depending on this person anymore. And, eventually that is what happened, and I'm good thing I did, because, the rest is history. But, it was just good to be able to have that cushion. But it's like something maybe had to give you some sort of a wake up call. I just knew not to always put all my eggs in that one person. Not saying I was like, I got a person over here. It's just more so the mental state of getting ready to detach if you have to. And that can also, it doesn't just have to be with, relationships. It can just be with something I feel like may have happened or that's gonna happen that puts you in a position where you're like feeling lost. Like, what am I supposed to do? I wasn't ready for that. You might get caught off guard in a sense where you feel like you weren't ready. But then it does look like you're going to get another opportunity or second chance with something. But it's like this time you're like, I'm not letting that happen. Maybe you put all your faith into your job because you thought you were going to get some sort of promotion. And so, I don't know, you just walked into something with blind faith. And so then when the time came for that promotion, they didn't even pick you. They went way past you, and you were like, I wasn't ready for that. So, next time you just like, you're prepared for something like that. I don't know what your situation is, but I just feel like you're being told that you're getting a second chance, but this time you better be ready, like prepare. Don't just get too comfortable thinking this, that, and the other. Yeah. And then too, it seems like at some point I feel like you're going to have like some sort of, like the universe is going to continue to push you or make you uncomfortable, or the minute you start getting too comfortable with something, here come the universe like, remember, we getting too comfortable. We said we weren't going to do that again. Let's, make sure we are prepared. So yeah. Now, other things I'm getting to is something in regards to communication, or you like really needing to speak your mind with no fear. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. You might need to set boundaries with somebody. You also may be regretting the fact that you put someone's feelings before yours, and then now you were left to suffer the consequences. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, you know, you shouldn't help people or that you shouldn't love unconditionally, but I just feel like whatever this is a learning curve. It's almost to like say it's like putting your home up, your house up for sale before you find another one. You just assume, especially let's talk about since the housing market is like doing so good in certain areas anyway. And you're like, well, I know my house is sure to sell. Like, I'm going to sell my house and then I'll look for some place to move. And it's just like you sold your house. Now you have no place to go. You know, so I kind of feel like, hey, you know, don't do that. Don't assume that something is going to work out in this way. But, you know, at least you'll know for next time. Okay, I see something relationship-wise where somebody is upset because somebody asked for a break or said they needed a break. I feel like somebody is going to realize that they bit off more than they can chew. I just feel like somebody is like, okay, I can't do this anymore, or I need time to think, I need a break. And if someone is saying this to you, yes, I do feel like you're heartbroken or your feelings are hurt. If it's reversed, then this is what they are going through or feeling. The other thing I'm getting from here is that there's somebody that is at a distance who is looking for you. I feel like this person's looking for you, but I also feel like this person just went through a breakup. Their breakup might be too fresh to get involved with this person. So let's say you connect with someone. It could be someone that you know already, or even if it's a new person. I feel like this person is just going through a breakup. So we don't know how long this person is going to be focused on you. Something's happening where, you know, it could only be temporary, or they only come into your life for like a temporary connection because they're healing or they're going through something. And then somebody, I keep getting that someone is talking to you from a distance or waiting to hear from you. Someone misses you, but I feel like they, you know, don't have enough courage to come forward, or they have too much pride to come forward. Also, if you are grieving about something that you lost or feeling like you messed up, I also saw that something was for the best. Like you don't realize that, you know, you're being protected, or this is actually a good thing. Of course, when you're in the middle of it, doesn't seem like it, but something is for the best. Somebody really regrets a decision that they made. Someone either regrets choosing someone else over you, or they regret not pursuing you when you walked away, or they will. I feel like somebody's going to regret it. Also, if you are like wanting to walk away to teach someone a lesson, I would say that's usually, I would say not walk away from a situation unless you really meant it. You really felt like you needed to. You really, not because you're trying to show somebody, teach somebody something, to show somebody, because you might not be prepared for them to just be like, okay, and then too, if they don't, maybe that was what was needed to happen. Maybe you needed to see that, oh, this person's not going to fight for me. Oh, okay. Like, thank you for showing me that, universe. So, you never know. Maybe it could, like I said, something may be like for your best interest, even if you don't recognize it right now. And I normally predict future events. That's my thing. But, it is very possible that I'm picking up on something that already happened and is now planned out. Or still kind of like the residual energy, as if the situation just happened. You need time to regroup and replan. You've got to come up with something else. I feel like you're not able to do something that you said you were going to do. I feel like you're also needing to save up for something. Maybe you thought you were going to be able to get something now, and then you realize you just still don't have enough for it. So yeah, you might have to wait just a little longer before you go out and make some sort of a purchase that you wanted to make. I feel like you're also needing to find some kind of security, like career-wise. You need a safety net. That's what I'm getting. You need a safety net. The universe is going to provide for you to help you get across some sort of rough patch. I'm kind of seeing like a temporary bridge for you. Let's say you were, going across a literal bridge and you had to stop because, it's a huge ravine and the bridge rotted. So, the universe is like, we'll make a rainbow for you to cross. And it's like, okay, well, the rainbow only lasts about how long? It's like, that's how long you got to get across. And it's like, so hurry up and make your move, because this is what we can do. We can help you get to the other side, but it's only a temporary fix. So I feel like you're going to be able to cross that bridge, and then you got to get to work on something more permanent. Again, I don't know what in your life is going on, but whatever that is, that's the message that I'm getting. I'm also seeing you have like some sort of good dream. You waking up like, I had a good dream. And it is like a premonition about something that's going to happen. So be prepared. If you're seeing like fives, because I do see 55, I feel like that also may be preparing you for some sort of change or shift, but it's like an uncomfortable change. I feel like you might need to push yourself. I'm also seeing this in a love situation where someone is so nervous about approaching you. I feel like they keep doing the same tactics over and over again, and they aren't working. I feel like there is going to be some sort of progress, a little bit of progress. I see someone getting over a hurdle because they're going to do something that makes them a little uncomfortable or a little out of character for them, but I feel like they're tired of seeing no results. So they're like, okay, let me do this. I didn't want to have to do this. Let me do this. So I kind of feel like someone's going to push themselves out of their comfort zone to approach you. If it's about somebody that you already know, like even if it's like platonic, it seems like maybe someone has something to say to you, but they don't know how. And eventually I feel like they're going to push forward with saying whatever it is they need to say, even though it's uncomfortable. So I was getting something about communication. I feel like you're going to hear from someone out of the blue, or you're going to hear from someone that just throws you through a loop. Like you weren't expecting to hear from somebody, or you're surprised at who is reaching out to you. Maybe because you thought someone didn't even notice you. You're like, I didn't even know you knew who I was. Like, how did you find me? Or what made you want to reach out to me? And I feel like it could be romantic, but matter of fact, it could be business too. Especially like if you have your own business and, you know, someone reaches out to you, you're like, oh, like, how did you get my information? You know, so I feel like you are going to be very surprised at someone who reaches out to you. I feel too like something you say is going to be very profound for other people, or someone's going to say something very profound for you. Also, I'm getting something about a light bulb moment. But this light bulb moment doesn't come until this uncomfortable situation happens. And then it forces you to think outside of the box or see something that you couldn't see before. It's also a possibility that someone is going to call you out. Someone like maybe has like a very blunt tongue and may call you out, or you are the one doing this to somebody. All right, so let's move on to deck number 2. You have the 6 of Swords, the Magician, 5 of Swords, Seven of Wands, Queen of Swords, overall energy, the Sun, Wheel of Fortune, and Page of Cups. All right, so I feel like your luck is about to change. I feel that there's some good news on the way. And I'm seeing like a renewal of your spirit, or like having some sort of new beginning. You also, I see, being very creative. Something could be going on where all of a sudden you have all these ideas and you're like, oh my God, I could do this, I could do that. You might be designing something. I'm seeing some sort of drawing or writing. Those of you that are in the business, it looks like you could be like on a path of being like some sort of entertainer, or maybe you're already on that path. I see someone who is kind of front and center though. Like you might find yourself in a spotlight. You also could be dealing with someone who, is popular or in the spotlight in some way, even if they're not necessarily famous. They're just like a very popular person. But I actually feel like you are the one that's getting like a lot of attention, a lot of recognition, and something is like a rebirth for you. People are also going to be attracted to you a lot. Like you're attracting like a lot of different people, like something within you, your light, or like your inner glow. I also feel like maybe someone knows how to see auras, or like they have that gift or that ability to see auras. Following your intuition, I feel too, is going to pay off. Now, there still may be some people that are being petty, or who kind of fake happy for your success. But of course, just ignore that type of energy and focus on you. I feel like if you are successful or getting like a lot of attention, there's someone I feel like someone's trying to get into your head. So I feel like they're going to say something to kind of like make you doubt yourself. But like I said, don't listen to that person. I do feel that you're going to defeat your enemies, and the people the people who aren't really looking out for your best interests. Let's say too, you have some sort of a business and maybe you got partners or people that you're working with. I feel that they're going to be called out, like someone's real intentions. Like maybe you find out somebody who was supposed to be watching over your finances or whatever have been, pocketing something, or doing just something that wasn't good for you. I just feel like a shady person is going to get discovered, called out, revealed. Yeah. And I feel too like someone's going to try and bring you down in the mud with them, but you're going to end up just taking a high road. Even if you feel like you're tired of taking a high road, I feel like you're going to end up taking a high road. The other possibility is that there are going to be people that come to your defense if they see or hear someone doing you dirty. I feel too like somebody's trying to rub something in your face. feel like somebody's trying to hurt your feelings because you are ignoring them or because you moved on. It just seems like somebody's going to try to say hurtful things to you. If you have been lacking courage to like stand up for yourself or speak up for yourself, I definitely feel like you're going to be doing that and setting boundaries. I see you also having some sort of clarity about what you need to do or what you should have been doing. I'm seeing you having clarity on that. Going back to writing, I feel like something is like a really good idea, but you might be too out there, or what do you call it? When you're too ahead of yourself, like thinking way ahead into the future. And I feel like maybe people aren't ready for whatever it is that you're talking about, but keep going because they just don't get it. Eventually, the universe or the people are going to catch up with you. I feel like you're on to something. Like you might have some sort of crazy idea and you're like explaining it to people, especially like if you're a writer and you're like, oh my, this story is about blah blah blah, and people are going to be like, I feel like they're not going to want to hurt your feelings, but just keep going. Or even if someone is just like, that's crazy, like you should talk about something else, just keep doing you. Something seems to like there's this sense of isolation or loneliness, but kind of like out of necessity. Sorry, I'm trying to see if it's something that I'm hearing here. Now, the energies you may be dealing with could be air, water, maybe Leo. I feel that this Leo season period is shining the spotlight on the fakers. People are going to be exposed. Only authentic people are going to be left standing in regards to relationships, careers. I just feel like only the authentic will stand. Okay, I feel like you're being called. You're having a calling. And I feel like you're following. You're like, this is my calling. I feel like you're being called forward for something. Now, this also on a mundane level could mean like you're being called in for some sort of service work. Up. And there's my military guys. So yeah. I want to say Call of Duty, but I don't know if that's just because of the game or if it's like someone who literally works in a military, who serves in the military. Yeah, I feel like somebody's getting called back in for something. Creatively, someone looks like they're following their dream or they heard a calling. And then romantically, you know, maybe you feel like you're being led to someone. You're like, this person, I know this person is for me. And so you're kind of going towards that direction. Also in love, I feel like there's there's an invisible cord already connecting you to somebody, and the cord is getting shorter and shorter. Like it's been a long cord, like you've always been connected, and it's just that, you know, you guys had different karmas to resolve in life first. But I just feel that this distant cord is getting shorter and shorter. And somebody, you may be introduced to someone soon. Somebody's going to be gassing you up. Some of these compliments are real, and some of them are fake, or at least one of them is fake. Some of you may be in love or might fall in love with someone who's like a scammer, a con artist, hacker, or any form of a manipulator. And not necessarily saying that they're going to do that to you, although they, you know, if they do, you might be the type of person that's like, I know they BSing, but whatever. Like you can see straight through it. You don't care because you feel like you can handle them, or you know them, or understand them. But yeah, I feel like some of you are going to be drawn to someone who's like a scammer or a con artist. Or you kind of had that attitude like you can scam other people, but just don't scam me. I also see this as someone who's just very creative, multi-talented, someone who has a lot to say, someone who can find very creative ways to, you know, get a point across or say how they feel. Yeah. I feel like you're going to get lured into someone's web. I feel like someone's going to corner you. They're like, you can't escape. Something also could be going on between earth and air. I don't know if you're torn between these two people, or if one of these signs are torn between you and another person. I feel like someone maybe stopped speaking to you because you stopped speaking to them, or vice versa. So now also something is coming off as a misunderstanding, or misinterpretation. I feel like you're also going to speak something into existence. Some of you, I feel like you are creating your own reality. I also feel there's something about speaking and communicating about something that is sad, but it has like a happy ending. It also could be that I'm picking up someone like admitting to their wrongs, admitting that they made a mistake, admitting that they love you. Like I'm getting the energy of just like admitting and owning up to something. It could be you, or it could be, you know, someone that is approaching you. And it doesn't just have to be romantic. It could be anything where, you know, someone is owning up to something that they did. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to deck number 3. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Fool. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. Overall energy, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the World. Okay, so you guys have a similar energy as the first deck, whereas it seems like you're having to move on, let something go. I feel like you're about to start brand new, or you're about to start over with something. I feel like you're moving on to the next chapter in your life. You could be moving on from a job. You could be relocating. It could be a breakup. And I feel like you're still, you know, having anxieties or dealing with some sort of insecurities as you're going through this process. But I feel like you need to just keep pushing forward. These doubts are just that. You know, they're only thoughts. And I feel like you want to make sure too that you don't manifest the things that you're afraid of. I feel like for some of you, you are definitely doing some kind of restructuring. I feel like there are some sort of changes coming to your finances, or coming to your career or your work situation. There's some sort of changes coming, but it's like you're preparing for it. I feel like there's something that you've been saving up for financially. Also, there could be something that you are practicing, like you're rehearsing or you're practicing, you're developing some sort of skill or gift that you have. Some of you, I also feel like you are writing about your thoughts. You're taking that negative energy or those negative thoughts and you're churning it out. You're like, you're transmuting that energy into something else. You're making it into a story. You're like, all these crazy thoughts. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with these thoughts. So you just kind of like start writing about it. And I feel like maybe you're going to work out the rest of the details later, but at least you're like hammering out some major things. And then maybe you're going to rearrange it or what have you. But yeah, I feel like you're really trying to like do something positive with some sort of situation that may have been negative. You still may be having some sort of financial issues, or maybe you regret certain things that you've spent your money on in the past. This is indicating too that you might be rehashing the past, so you keep getting stuck or find yourself going backwards over and over again. So I feel like, you know, you need to learn from these mistakes or figure out exactly what it is that you're doing wrong. I do feel that whatever hasn't been working for you in the past, you're like, well, you know what? I've been doing this over and over again. I'm just starting over. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I feel like you're done with something. Or you feel like the only way to move forward is to just like do something completely over. I'm not sure what it could be exactly, but it seems like it has to do with career. It could be a relationship too, where you've spent a lot of time trying to heal a relationship or fix it or make it work, and nothing ever seems to work. So you're like, you know what? This relationship is for the heels. This is something that can't be fixed, and you just end up like starting completely over. I feel like you are getting ready to do something that you've never done before, but it looks like, you know, maybe this is something good. This is good that you're getting started on something new. It looks too like it's something that you've been putting off. You finally get back to it. You're like, okay, let me get back to this. This was a good idea. Or let me reply back to this company that called me in for an interview. So I kind of feel like you are, in a sense, going back to something else, or you're letting go of one thing but starting on another, something that seems more promising. There could also be something going on with a fire sign, maybe an Aquarius or a Leo, not a Leo, Virgo. Yeah, I'm seeing you doing something, going back to basics with something. You're like, let me go back. So, too, again, if you're a writer or something and you were working on a story, you might feel like this story isn't working, or why can't I get past this certain point? Matter of fact, yeah, if you are a writer and that happens, like you, for whatever reason, you just get completely stuck, more than likely, something about them last few pages you wrote, just that it doesn't work. You're going to have to get rid of it. So I feel like you're going to have to edit something because it's not working, and is stagnating your growth or preventing you from completing something. You're going to be glad that you decided to get rid of something too, or start over. Somebody misses, I heard limelight. So I don't know if you once worked in entertainment, but I feel like somebody misses the limelight. They're like, I miss the limelight. I miss the attention. I miss blah, blah, blah. So specifically to somebody who works in entertainment, I feel like you're missing a limelight. Even if, you just did stage plays, local stage plays, and you stopped, I feel like you miss it. You're like, I need to get back into it. Maybe you decide to start your own stage stage company or acting school, or it does look like you're thinking about just starting something, even though you don't have any experience in something. Like, say you're like, why would I start an acting school or open up a theater? I don't know anything about those, starting that as a business. And it seems like you might actually be good at it. That might be a good risk. So you may want to look into that. Now, in a love situation, I feel like somebody misses the attention that they used to get. Maybe it's attention in general. Maybe it's from someone specific, but I feel like maybe you're missing attention, unless this is how someone feels about you. Again, I'm getting the energy of someone beating themselves up for not pursuing you when they had the chance. Someone feels like they made a mistake. I feel like someone thinks that you get too much attention, and that may be why they haven't done anything. Maybe they might be feeling like they have like 100 people already interested in them. Why should I? What difference does it make if I shoot my shot? So I kind of feel like somebody just feels like, what's the point? But that's them. That's something that they need to overcome. And if this is you, that's something you need to overcome. I also feel that there's someone who's giving you a lot of attention, but you don't want it for whatever reason. Yeah, I mean, it could be a situation where, like, yeah, you are getting a lot of people that want to talk to you, but maybe it's somebody from the past that you're still not over, or maybe you just don't like the people that are approaching you. I heard someone kind of asking, like, how do I get out of this situation? You might be overthinking something. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like you just have to get started with it. You just have to do something without planning. Stop trying to overplan. Maybe you're not even meant to plan. Some people are planners, but maybe that's not you. Maybe you are someone. Oh, matter of fact, that reminded me of something I said I was going to post. I forgot what it said now. But it is basically talking about how some people come into this life with a plan. I think that's what I said. And some people come to wing it. Because I was like, man, that's what I feel. I feel like some people do come into this life with a plan. Like, that's their purpose. That's the role they came to play. And some people come into this life to wing it. Now, something also could be going on with someone is torn between air and fire, or air, fire, and water. I'm getting also some sort of on-off energy with the soulmates and just being confused about their purpose. You're like, what is the purpose? Or what is our purpose? Why do they keep coming in and out of my life? Or why haven't I moved on? I just kind of feel like those are some questions that you're asking. Why do you keep getting hurt? At least I feel that, like I said, I feel that there's going to be a resolution to your situation. I feel like you're going to find a way to resolve this situation or this problem. Somebody may be considering moving to San Francisco or somewhere in California. You also might be between, I don't know, somewhat like you're on the fence about something. So there could be some sort of opportunity that's coming your way, and I feel like you're going to jump at it without really thinking. You're like, yes, I'll do it. Yes, I want to. Could be a career opportunity especially. I also feel that you're being watched or looked out for by your guides. I feel like they're watching over you, especially if you're about to do something that you've never done before, or it seems like you're not paying attention. What's that saying? God looks out for babies and dummies. I might be making that up. I just kind of feel like you're one or the other. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I feel like you're protected, and I feel like you're going to land on all 4 feet. Even if this is about entering some sort of relationship that you don't know too much about, I feel like you're jumping in head first. Something does seem promising. I feel like something was also like a random premonition. You just had some sort of a premonition, and then it happens. You might find something by accident. You might find a job by accident. You might find love by accident. You might find your home by accident. Again, I'm seeing something about a creative opportunity. Yeah. I feel like there's a creative opportunity on the way. I also see like a new way to establish money or finances or to grow it. Investment, some sort of investment. Or maybe you are the one that creates something that other people can invest into. Yeah, but again, I feel like you're going to complete some sort of passion project too. Something that maybe you put on a back burner. I feel like someone's also either creating a logo, creating a book cover, illustrator. Someone may become an illustrator or is working with an illustrator. Could be working on your own Oracle deck or, oops, cards flipped over when I did that. Oracle deck or tarot cards. For some of you, I feel like you're going to end up living a dream or something that, yeah, it's something seems like a dream come true. Now, I'm also getting something in regards to family. It could be a family member who's a little jealous of you. Might be a jealous, or what do you call it, sibling rivalry. Could be some kind of friendly competition between you and a family member. Maybe you guys work in the same field or something, or I don't know. If one of you says something mean, I feel like, you'll get over it. In love, be cautious. I don't know if someone is fully over someone yet, or if someone is still, sending mixed signals or flip-flopping, going between you and another person. Yeah, because it looks like you may have walked away from something that was unstable, and I feel like you're needing something with security. I feel like you guys are also trying to manifest something, trying to manifest security. Yeah, there may be some sort of vision board that you're going back to, or you're recreating, or maybe you're reviewing an old vision board and just feeling like, you know what, this is not even alignment with my life anymore. Matter of fact, it could be, something's out of alignment in your life that's holding you back. Maybe you're trying to live out something from your past, and that's not your life anymore. Like something has changed or shifted. And so, like, just go back to the vision board. Maybe you had a vision board, you had all this stuff on here, and you're still trying to live out that vision board, but so much has changed. Maybe it's time for you to review it and like make some sort of adjustments. You're like, do I even really want to do this anymore? Like, just review it and make some sort of changes. Other thing I'm getting in love is that someone's going to start acting funny the minute things start to get really good. And that comes from a deep place of fear, feeling the need to ruin it before God has a chance to ruin it for you. You're like, God's just going to take it away. I'm taking it away. Like, this is your way of feeling like you have some sort of control over the universe or over God. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like when stuff gets too emotional, too deep, too real, once something moves beyond the fantasy, it's like some sort of fear sets in. It's like, the thing I'm not liking is that, let's say you're connecting with someone that you really get along with. They're in love with you. And then all of a sudden, you get upset about something, like, or they find out that you don't like the way they squeeze the toothpaste bottle or whatever. And it's like a petty argument. And then this person just starts looking at you in a negative light. And it's like, okay, so the minute I say something that I don't like, or the minute you see me sad, or the minute you see me upset, you don't like me anymore. And I kind of feel like, someone does get distant the minute, the reality comes in. So I feel like maybe someone has been living in a bubble, in a sense, and not realizing that people have feelings, people go through changes. And those are things needed to sustain a relationship. Well, patience, rather, because nothing stays the same. So I'm feeling like maybe someone also maybe needs to get their head out of the clouds. I still feel that, in a sense, like maybe that's something that's going to be realized so that someone will stop running every time something gets difficult. All right, so yeah, those are the messages that I have for today. Hopefully some things resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.